As we come back in to this scene, you all see that the bodies of the Hell Riders and Flaming Fist that had accompanied the Grand Duke are strewn about the pool, along with your own blood, the blood of demons, holy water, all this stuff. You see a gigantic arm, like orange, almost ape-like arm that had been cut off as the portal had, and Stu knows what creature that is, that had been cut off.
Okay, worth the 2 spell slots. Absolutely worth the 2 spell slots.
As you closed the portal. The best part is, you would have seen more if there wasn't darkness. You would have actually seen a face. But
oh, that's nice.
We really would have gone ape over that face.
All right, now you're pushing it. All right. All right. So, what's everyone doing as these demons kind of disintegrate and kind of flip back through the portals? You're all able for a second to catch your breath, and you see that Grand Duke Ravengard is kind of still on his knees, clutching this helmet. And Lulu, who is near him, is like, guys, I think we need to get this off of him. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, Eris is gonna go over and see if she can find a way to get the helmet off, if there's like some sort of mechanism that's keeping it stuck to his head.
Spark's gonna ready himself to just like physically pull if Eris says it's okay to pull.
Okay. Yeah.
How tall is this platform?
It was like just a shallow amount of the water, so maybe like 6 inches. Yeah. You imagine this pool was used for something less demonic back in the day than it is now. So yeah, go ahead and give me that investigation check, Eris. Spark, you come up alongside. You see that it's kind of like a...
Can
basically
Spark give Eris guidance?
Yeah.
Please.
And you see that this golden helm has like these curved ram's horns coming off the side. It's kind of like a Norse-looking helm. It comes down fully around the sides and the nose piece. That is what everyone can see this helmet looks like. Eris, what did you roll?
15.
15. Do you touch the helmet or do you just look?
Yeah, she touches the helmet.
Okay.
That'd be a bad idea.
As you kind of touch the helmet and go to look, you can see that like the Grand Duke has his hands on the helmet, but from what you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any like no locking mechanism. At least nothing mundane that is keeping this helmet on his head.
Okay. I think we might just have to pull really hard. Maybe. Yeah.
Spark's going to move to face the Grand Duke. Is like, if you can hear us, please don't fight back. We're gonna try to help.
As you do that, Anatole walks up beside him and he's like, Eris, help me hold him, and puts his hands on the shoulders of Ravengard.
Here's hoping we're not about to rip his face
Eris
off.
was gonna
just
help.
decapitate him.
I was more thinking flaying.
Does Spark get advantage because Anatole and I are helping?
Yeah, I'd say there's some leverage there. And the two tinies are like off to the side watching everything happen.
Yep.
They're like, we can't do anything in this situation.
Pretty
18
much.
total.
18 total. Spark, you go to pull, and there's a little bit of resistance, and then a flash of light, and you manage to remove the helm from Ravengard's head, and you see he kind of slumps over unconscious. As you look and see this helm, before anyone can do anything, you turn and put it on your head. And I need you to join me in the bad place.
No!
As Eris,
Hey,
you
I
and
know it.
Anatoly see Spark step back with his helm, and then just shove it on his head as you like go to be like, no, wait. But
Yeah,
there's
just like
no
Spark,
save.
what?
Maybe you should have tried to detect magic, but hey, timing. Good luck, y'all.
Oh no!
Oh no! Wait, before y'all disappear, he's unconscious. Like he's not making death saves. We can.
He's
tell
not
that he's, like,
making
he's
death saves. It
stable.
looks like he just
Okay.
passed out.
Cool.
Approximately 0 hit points, but stable.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you soon, Mads.
All right.
Well,
Well, we're back to the. Eventually, Sly will get to experience the bad place, but I had a feeling it was going to be you or Eris.
yeah, I should have pushed for the 10-minute ritual cast, but he was suffering.
You know?
Hindsight.
So, as you take this helm and you get this sudden urge, overwhelming urge to put this helmet on as it's in your hands, you do so. And immediately you are transported. You see flashes go before your eyes. You no longer feel like you're standing on this stone floor. You feel at peace. You see visions of troops in gleaming armor marching across a grassy plain with military precision. In the next breath, you see massive groups of disfigured monsters loping across a blighted landscape, tearing at screaming enemies. You see a bloodied woman in armor, a soldier wearing the colors and crest of El Terrell, grasping a longsword fit for an angel, fresh blood streaming from a nasty cut on the woman's cheek. Flying next to the woman, a small golden elephant with rapidly fluttering wings. Lulu. No doubt about it. As an enormous, loping demon threatens to devour the woman, she plunges this sword into the ground, while the winged elephant makes a trumpet sound with its trunk. The demon is hurled back as an alabaster palace rises up around the sword. You see the winged elephant flee and take to the red skies of Avernus, where a bloody scab grows up from the ground to engulf the place and the enormous demon. You see that this winged elephant flees, wandering in delirium, before coming upon two odd, bird-like humanoids, dressed in patchwork armor, and standing next to strange infernal vehicles. You see that they have odd weapons and tools. As that final vision goes in front of your eyes, it restarts again. The feeling at peace, the visions. If there's anything you would like me to repeat as information to take down, because
mark this down. I'm actually taking detailed notes just in
here,
case.
actually, you know what? I will just send this to you because you saw it. I will send it in.
I'll just
chat.
copy and paste as
Oh, hold on.
Spark would later.
There we go.
On us, so.
So yeah, as you see, as this vision resets, it goes past your eyes again, and a third time. And as it goes past your eyes for a third time, you suddenly feel the rest of your senses of your body return to you. You feel your feet on the cold, stone ground. You get the sense of the shouting of Eris and Anatoly, and probably Nefira and Pip, as you went and shoved this on your head. And you are able, if you so choose, to remove the helmet. And we can go back. Fun.
Yep.
I will give them the context of that as well. So
Hopefully they see me doing that and they go, oh, okay, good.
It's not gonna cripple them, you know? Because,
All
like,
right.
anything that makes sense either didn't make sense with their backstory,
Oh, hey, talking
or
about
would
the
actually cripple them.
how the negative, how some of those negative feats with the -2s are real rough.
So yeah, as we
Yeah.
come back, Eris and Anatoly, you were right there with Anatoly.
Yeah.
As you see Spark don this helmet, as Ravengard, the Grand Duke, falls to the side unconscious. Pip and Nefira, you're a little bit further away, but you see Spark very clearly look at this helmet and just turn around and shove it on his head. A good, what are you all doing as he goes and shoves this on his head?
Eris looks at her dad and she's like,
actually,
what do we do? Should we take it off of him?
During the time what we were talking about happened, were Spark's eyes like glazed over?
Yeah, they like glaze over white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nafira's definitely gonna run straight to Spark and be like, someone help, and
yeah, Eris looks to her dad for what to do.
Probably gonna Nafira's gonna climb Spark to try to pull it off because I'm short.
Yeah, you're gonna like climb up. Eris, you look at Anatole and he looks extremely confused. He was not expecting Spark to shove the helmet on his head. He's not a magic guy or a religious guy, so your dad's not the one to ask about this artifact. And he just goes, we have to try to get it off him, I guess. As Nafira is like up there climbing on Spark. What's Pip doing?
Mage hand. Trying to get it off with the mage hand. Nice golden mage hand with like the black bones situation.
With black veins and bones. Great.
No, I was gonna ask, did that ever happen during False Life? Since the book is
you look down and
False Life still up?
It's still active. You can see that the opposite hand, your left hand, opposite your snake.
It was on both hands.
This time it's only on your left.
Sick.
And so Eris jumps to go try to pull this helmet off with Anatole. Y'all just let the Grand Duke fall aside. You're like, we'll deal with him later.
I mean, he's not dying,
he's good.
So he's probably fine. He doesn't know what is happening. He doesn't
know how long it's gonna take for Spark to start screaming in pain and opening a portal to the abyss.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, Nafira is only concerned about her family right now.
So as you all are trying to get this helmet off, like 20-30 seconds go by. You can't pull it off just by pulling. Spark's hands are like to the side, kind of like how it would be if you donned a helmet.
It by the horns.
Yeah, as you would be if you put a helmet on. So his hands are still on there. Mage hand doesn't work. Anatole and Eris, you're both like trying to use your strength, the two strong ones, to try to pull it off. And eventually, is you all kind of just like pull but then stop and like look at each other and like, what do we do in this situation? He's the one that deals with cursed, like breaking curses. Then you see the glaze of that white over his eyes fade and Spark slowly takes the helmet off. Spark, as you take the helmet off, Anatole, Eris are surrounding you. Pip has a mage hand on the helmet, and Nafira is like on your shoulder, like.
Hey, Nafira.
It's a little chaotic happening around you.
Eris is gonna grab the helmet and hold on to, or try to take it away from him.
No, he under his arm. It's fine. It showed me a vision.
Insight check. Gotta make sure this is the real stuff.
Yeah, insight check.
Insight check.
Roll charisma.
Oh God.
You know what?
I got a 7.
Okay. I
know my friends so well.
Oh, I have a base on insight.
Listen, Spark and Eris just can't clock you. No. Spark can clock it.
17.
17?
Cool, let me check what is total. Wait, Pip, what was your total?
15.
There's 15 and a 17 and a 7.
So Spark rolled a 6 total. He's fine.
Yeah, you all see that Spark is not lying to you. He saw a vision in the helmet, and he's fine now that he was able to take it off.
In our situation?
Yeah.
It took a few loops, but I'm guessing the helmet wanted to make sure I understood what it was showing me.
And what was it showing you?
A bunch of troops marching, I'm guessing to here, led by an angelic woman who Lulu was with, who stayed behind to let Lulu escape, she had what looked like a magic sword that could create a castle that was then consumed by a red scab.
As you are recounting this, you hear in your head and quickly spattered about, as Lulu can only talk to one person at a time, Lulu goes, wait, I remember. Yeah.
You do?
She took the sword, and I used every ounce of my divine light to raise a shield around it, a fortress against evil. She was a Hell Rider. You all get that.
Oh, right. She was wearing, and Spark kind of gestures to Anatoly, the colors and symbols of this organization. Maybe they were the first group?
You see, it appears that Lulu got to Anatoly last, as she gives the name, and Anatoly kind of is like, that's one of the Hell Riders that led the charge into Hell. That's the reason we have the name Hell Riders. And then he kind of like looks at Lulu like, you've been around a while. That was a long time ago. Okay.
And it seems that's... Oh, also, Lulu, do you remember those bird folk that you ran into? With the weird metal mounts? I'm trying to think of how Spark would conceptualize...
Yeah. Infernal vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah, metal carriages is probably how we would conceptualize it.
You see that Lulu kind of like flaps her wings in excitement and kind of starts diving around as some of her memories have returned. And she's like, I remember. Chuka and Klonk, they're Kenku. They take these vehicles and repair them at a place called Fort Knucklebone? I don't know who else is there or who runs it, but I remember going there, and this sword is important. We need to figure out where this sword could be. Again, spattered as she has to repeat herself 6 times. There really needs to be a better way to communicate telepathically.
Poor Lulu.
I know.
Hypothetically, Pip could connect with somebody else and
True,
cut the number
telephone.
down by 1.
Yeah.
Just open up a little link.
Listen, one of us should have been a soul knife. We could have just started a Discord group call.
True.
I was considering Soul Knife.
Is this sword the key to saving El Terrell?
Maybe, at least in the vision, it seemed incredibly powerful, and if the Lulu of the past thought it was worth guarding with a massive feat of divine magic. By the way, impressive!
You see Lulu's like, thanks, I don't know how I did that. That's still beyond my recollection.
It is probably powerful.
You see that Anatoly kind of steps in and goes, I mean, a sword that could have enough divine power to be a fortress against evil in hell of all places would probably be powerful enough to cut the chains that are pulling El Terrell down to Avernus.
But wouldn't cutting the chains just mean the city's gonna fall? That's Eris' fear of heights talking.
Yeah. You see Anatoly's like, I mean, we're being pulled. We're not the chains aren't holding us up. They're pulling us down, so...
Eris doesn't trust anything. She doesn't trust it.
If
Bad plan. Terrible idea. I want to go home.
if we break the chains, that could buy us time to figure out what to do about the companion and, I don't know, give Sabikas enough time to try to get enough powerful mages together to have an expedient retreat of people?
It's true. You see, Lulu kind of comes in here and is like, I don't remember exactly where, but it's possible someone at that junkyard remembers me. I'm pretty different, so it's possible someone remembers which direction I went or where I came from. It's not much, but
how long do Kenku live?
I don't know. But I mean, if they're devilish Kenku, maybe longer than normal.
True, they are here.
Maybe
I
they
see.
sold their souls or something.
Maybe. Oh boy. Sorry, it's just kind of dawning on me if we do follow this thread. We're probably gonna have nothing to interact with but fiends and fiend-adjacent beings.
More importantly, how are we getting down? I assume this little shop is not in El Terrell. I don't fancy jumping.
What do you mean? Doesn't Pip have that thing that would...
Yeah, for like, what, hundreds of feet?
Featherfall does, and when it's cast, it's until you touch the ground. It's
But it has a
duration
time limit. It has
actually
a duration.
is 1 minute.
Yes, but it says when the spell ends, you float harmlessly to the ground.
Yours doesn't trust that.
Come on, Pip's certain about the spell. Speaking of spells, Pip... And this might be something we need to talk about more once we're someplace safer. What's up with that snake spell?
Oh, I have some new spells.
Just...
She called them... Well, she said that she's given me gifts, and I guess these are just more?
Wait, who?
You see that as Pip says that, Anatoly kind of steps in and is like, there's a lot of dead bodies here.
Right.
And I think we should
Spark's gonna pop a divine sense,
Yeah.
just in case.
And you see he points to Ravengard. He's like, I think we should get him back to the crypt and see if we can't take a rest there where things are perhaps a bit less demonic.
Yes, that would be appreciated. And Spark moves and over the shoulder.
Yeah. Anatoly will get the other side, so that way there's two of you carrying him.
3-man.
Yeah, a little. And as you pop that divine sense, you get nothing other than the usual familiars who have now returned, no longer afraid of Spark. So Vesper and Val and Vendetta have returned.
Oh, that affects familiars too. Good to know. Oh, right. So I can, as part of the gifts I was given, I can do this thing where I can turn Fae and Fiend away from me. I think the way I was told about this is I act as an avatar for my goddess for a few moments, and those who lack faith in its entirety in them find that abhorrent. So I guess the Fae are godless heathens.
You see Anatoly's like, sounds about right.
Eris gives Vesper a little pet.
That was little ears.
That's very good.
So,
Shall we?
yes,
try
I
to
was
get back?
only expecting. Yes, I was only expecting that to work on the fiends. Sorry about that, Pip.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's make our way back to the crypt.
Yeah.
At this point, Ifira is cuddling Vendetta again, because Ifira, a little bit of those
Oops.
abandonment issues when
Just a little bit.
Vendetta head flew off, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Smart
Eris,
kind of looks over at the fears like, sorry about that.
Warning would have been nice, at least next time maybe.
I know for next time that it works on the familiars.
Yeah. Just cuddling her raven.
Oops, I traumatized the pets.
yeah. As Eris is gonna,
Hell yeah.
Eris is gonna take the lead for walking down the hallway, and to give the people without dark vision some light. She's gonna cast Produce Flame, but she hesitates again before she does it.
I mean, Spark's mace is still light.
Oh wait, it didn't get snuffed out. Oh, by the
It
dark.
did, but now there's no darkness.
Well, Eris is leading the way. She's making her own light. So
Yeah.
Seeing that, Spark will take his free hand and like disengage the mace.
All right. So yeah, you all head back through these tunnels, and back to the room where you had all taken your short rest, up the stairs, and does anyone want to do a perception checks or anything to see the zombie situation?
yeah,
Spark will
I
give
want-
Nefira
would be
guidance.
wise.
I'm gonna have Vesper fly up to one of the windows because she might be a bit more inconspicuous and
Okay.
take a look out.
Whoever's doing any perception checks, go ahead and give them to
Ooh.
me.
Okay. Because
I
I
guess
rolled an
Spark will
11
do
and I
his
have a
own.
+7. So
And the D4.
18.
Are you doing bless?
Yes.
Or-
So I...
Spark guided Nefira.
Oh, guidance. Okay.
I got a 19.
19?
Oh, Vesper
and
rolled
that's another 4.
so poorly.
Guys, here's Spark got the nat 20. Where was that during combat? Could have really
Ah,
used
we were
that on
fine.
this first time I smacked. Oh wait,
Hey,
it was
maybe we can really
disadvantage.
use it now.
Eris got not
Here's
Eris.
what?
Vesper got a 9.
18 plus 4? I don't know. I got an 18 plus 4.
All right.
That's
22.
22. Yeah.
22 for Spark with the nat 20.
All right. So yeah, Vesper kind of goes to peek out, but is unable to kind of like peer through in an appropriate way. Sees nothing
She's trying.
immediately. Yeah, she's trying. Sees nothing immediately out front. Everyone else, you see that they're, for as much as you can see around the area, which it's a graveyard, there's not really much blocking anything. There does not appear to be any of the zombie kind of horde that you had seen earlier. It appears they have lost interest once the door kind of was barricaded and then there was no noticeable noise and light. It seems they have wandered off, and you have a clear path back to that false grave.
How are we gonna move the barricade?
Before we start dashing across this graveyard, I know that there aren't any zombies out there now, but they are kind of ambling about. Shouldn't we get the Grand Duke back up so he can run on his own?
Spark will tap the side of his face and give him 2 points of lay on hands.
As you give him lay on hands, similar situation as to when Pip was unconscious. You give him hit points, but it seems that the exhaustion of that magical item and his brain, he's going to need just straight up mundane rest in order to recover. You give a little slap and he's still out cold.
Gentle tap. Yeah, he's just gonna need to sleep this off.
All right, you two got him just fine.
Yeah, we got him. All right, who's leading the sprint? I'd say you all can easily and quietly move the barricades away, as if you're taking your time and all of you are there kind of like helping in this situation. There's no rolls to be done. They're just junk boxes. It was only in that like pressure of combat by yourself that you needed to make rolls. Who's leading the way?
Eris is gonna take the back.
Okay. I wouldn't say Anatole and Spark are going to necessarily be fast, carrying another large human.
Yeah, Eris. That's why Eris is staying in the back. So if something happens, she's right there to take care of it.
Guess that means Nefira will have to.
Yeah, the rogue's
It's not
fast.
stepping up, so.
Yeah, I mean the rogue.
Nefira
Can
will
be
take
first.
point.
You're perceptive. All right. So Nefira, Pip, Anatole, Ravengard, and Spark, and then Eris in the back. As you all peer out, you can see again the crackling companion, the black orb shooting bolts of lightning into the ground of various places along El Terrell. As you all start to cruise, run towards this, the place the secret tunnel that you came from. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw as the city lurches as one of the chains pulls it down.
Let me check the wording on Spark's thing. Oh, cool. He can expend a use to get advantage on this.
All right.
Ooh, that's a dirty 20. Nice.
Very nice.
Eris got 18.
Nice.
Only a 13.
13. Yeah, Anatole got a 10. Sorry,
Pip got a 35.
A 5. So Pip, Anatole, and Spark and the Duke, the Grand Duke, all kind of tumble, take into a knee. Spark and Anatole kind of face plant as they have the Duke, and it's not enough reaction time to kind of catch themselves. Pip, you also go tumbling. You and these
Probably doesn't help the people behind me.
Yeah. Yeah, you tumble, and then the trio they're trying to carry have to like dodge over Pip, and that also tumble. But you're able to quickly like all of you scramble back up. Nefira, you can reach back and kind of pull like the Duke and Spark or pull Pip. I guess Pip is next to you. Pull Pip back to his feet as you all continue, and you make your way to that open grave, as I don't believe anyone had resealed the exit because y'all just took off sprinting.
Oh no.
You go back, everyone's dead.
Well, hopefully that whole bounty...
zombies!
Hopefully that whole...
I wasn't the last one out. I will just say
There
that.
aren't any zombies around, are there? Oh no.
Hopefully that bounded field is gonna help us.
But yeah, you all managed to get into the tunnel and move along. Eris, do you close the door behind you? Okay,
yes,
great.
She does.
You managed to reset the crypt, or the, I guess, fake gravestone on top. And Nefira leading the way, you all managed to get back to that main crypt. You find a little lever on the side and open it. That statue swings to the side, and you all are back through into the large crypt, and you see that Feria comes kind of rushing over through the crowd as there's some commotion when a random statue slides to the side. A bunch of the civilians around it kind of falling back in a way until they see that it is you all carrying the Grand Duke, who many of them would recognize as he had come through here previously, though he is returning with significantly fewer soldiers. You see that...
just the Gremlins always bringing leaders with none of their troops.
One of these days, maybe. You see Feria comes up to you all and sees specifically Anatole and Spark holding the Grand Duke. He's like, he's alive. You managed to find him?
Also, Mad Spark did put the helmet in his bag, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
So, is that even something worth adding to his inventory?
I guess, yeah, for now. And until
Girl, I've got
someone
a
asks
punch
about
card in my inventory. Add everything you've got. Eris is-
Helmet of what?
the Helm of Torm's sight.
Eris answers Furia and says, clearly, she doesn't think Furia is very observant. Based off of the investigation that happened last session.
Did you find the helm as well?
Yes, it showed us a vision of where we should head to next.
That's good, right? That's good news.
Yes, seems we have a boon of another god.
Well, I'm glad it could be of some use to you. And you see, like, she kind of gestures for you and Anatole to lay the Grand Duke down on kind of a cot. She's like, I will take care of him. You all look like you could use some rest as well. I imagine it was a hard fight.
Yeah, very much. If we can sleep in the same spot we did last time,
Of course.
send the Duke to us when he awakens. I figure we have a lot to talk about.
I will do so. But please, you're free to sleep wherever. We don't have many rations, but if you need something, I'm sure we could find more.
Potentially weird question. When everybody was coming down here, did anybody bring, I don't know, cooking implements?
You see, she's kind of like, well, and there, she looks around. I'm not sure. I'll ask around. People brought all sorts of things with them, so I'll see what I can find.
If anybody has something, a pot, pan, ladle, stuff like that, if anyone has something they could spare, it would be greatly appreciated by me.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Thank you. And as you two lay the Grand Duke down, you see she goes and starts kind of doing basic medicine check kind of things. At least you think that's what
Finally,
it is, Spark,
someone who
because
knows
you don't
medicine
know
proficiency.
you don't medicine.
You might need to ask her for pointers.
Yeah. But yeah, you all are able to head back with Anatole to your designated resting area, the giant conference room, and talk about your plans, take a long rest, whatever you all need to do.
Before the long rest, at least Spark has a few things on his checklist.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have some
First,
things on their checklist.
Yeah.
Pip.
Pip
Sorry,
is on everyone's
this is
checklist.
coming across as potentially cornering you, but you said she.
Yeah.
What did you mean by her?
I mean, obviously Dendar.
I was afraid of that. What did you do?
What do you mean?
What happened? Why, Dendar was, like, attacking us, and now she's giving you gifts? Like, what changed? What happened?
Well, you know how I can do the telepathy and then telekinesis? She said that those were gifts from her. So I guess she's been doing things for me. Even though, you know.
But I'm doubtful of that. She's a goddess of nightmares.
Yeah.
Nightmares are our brains tricking us into seeing bad things.
Yeah. Which is why
Would Would it
makes
make
sense.
sense that a goddess of that domain would lie?
I mean, maybe? Anybody can lie.
Did you even try to
I don't
see
think
if she
that
was
I
lying?
lie very well, but I've never really tried very many times in my life.
Spark's
Did I say
unaware of
what?
all of them because he never rolls a high enough insight check.
He also did flat out lie to Nefira last session, and they never insight checked
They
us.
never called him out on it. Well,
Which lie?
good question.
About why he
Several.
was gonna approach Eris.
Mm.
Unless Sly didn't clock that. But
I
yeah.
don't remember.
But
I still have to go and watch that session, so.
at the very least, you were clearly in control, and she didn't try puppeting you again.
Yeah, that was me. Wasn't it cool?
It was pretty cool.
I'm-
A little worrying.
What was it?
Yeah, I forgot Eris didn't see any
She
of
heard
it.
snakes, and so she knows it's about
Oh.
Dendar, and now they're talking about what it was, and she was like,
Pip did this thing that made water snakes appear and attack the demons. Pip has all the magic that you've been using since we rested. Sorry, all the new magic. Stuff that you got from... okay, I'm confused about the relation of it.
I mean, I think so.
Are
Haven't any new spells.
did you strike a bargain with her? Are you devoted to her now?
I don't know. She just said that I could help protect you. And so I said, yeah. I'd do anything to protect you.
But
I guess what I'm
she's
just worried about.
attacked us.
Yeah, I guess that's
Oh,
mainly
she
my
did.
concern.
She has attacked you through me.
And in our
I
nightmares.
didn't want... That was still my fault.
No, it was
And
hers. It's always been her fault.
no,
Pip, you're
I
just as much a
picked
victim
up
of
the
this
book.
as us.
yeah, but I picked up the book and I talked to my sister those nights, and whoever I was thinking about got hurt.
Pip, she's trying to make you feel guilty over something she's doing. She's the one
Can-
reaching into our dreams, twisting them.
Yeah, and I let her in there, I guess.
No, you're
I guess I'm just worried because she's
her
saying,
first victim out of all of us.
yeah, like she's saying that.
That doesn't matter anymore.
That,
I'm so
you're
sorry.
right, and you should
I
say
mean-
it.
Yeah, Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss is Dendar's.
You're absolutely
timing.
right. Listen, you know Maz was probably sitting on that.
I was like, when do I hit send?
Wait, what did you?
I tried to have an emotional moment.
It was getting too dark. It was getting
Do
too
you
deep.
Spark and Nefira trying to make Pip realize he's an abused victim?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nope. Dendar's coming in and being like, shh, don't listen to them. It's fine.
He's in the middle of an intervention right now.
He is. Also, Morgan, thank you for reflavoring that spell in a way that they could not miss.
You're so welcome. I will reflavor it. I also wanted to take infestation and reflavor that, but I didn't. Yeah.
God, that would be nightmare fuel in and of itself.
Anyway, where were we?
Right. I guess I'm just worried because, well, like, Spark's right. None of this was your fault, and even if you were right, and it was partly your fault, which it's not, but even if it was,
it's okay if it's still my fault.
It's not. But even if it was, it's still pretty much all Dendar's fault because she's the one attacking us. If she was really going to help and wanted to help you save us, why would she attack us?
I mean, it doesn't really matter now if it's anybody's fault because it's not going to happen anymore. Because I made sure of it. And she hasn't attacked you since what? I don't know. But it hasn't happened.
Pip, if she was going to... I know this might be rich coming from me, somebody who gets his power from an oath to their deity. But my goddess never struck at any of my friends. If Dendar was going to offer you the boon of your current power, why was it preceded by nightmares that have left the three of us scarred?
I don't know.
Why is it when she started puppeting your body, the first thing she did wasn't fight the common foe, but attack your best friend?
I don't know. But it's not gonna happen anymore. She did all those things through me, and then you knocked me out, and I saw her, and she said that I could help. I could stop hurting everyone. And that's all I want to do. And so I said, yeah, and it hasn't happened since. I've been helping.
You have
You were helping before that too.
I'm helping more though.
I'm just worried there's a cost we're not aware of yet.
Yeah.
A goddess
A
like
cost
that.
worse than hurting you in your nightmares and in real life and everything that's happened.
Actually, I'm
before?
afraid that it would be worse than that, and that's what's really scary. Because Pip, you're one of my best friends. You're my family. You're like my brother, and I love you so much. And I'm just really worried. I don't want anything. Because even if she never attacks us again, and you're right, what if there is a price?
I mean,
it's like
the
that don't come
thing
for
is-
free. She's gonna make you do something that you have to do in return for it, and I just.
But the
I'm
thing
worried
is,
about you.
everything that's happened has gotten worse. I got hurt a little, and then Spark got hurt more, and then Eris almost died. And then we thought it was over. We thought that we had fixed it. We thought we knew what to do, and it got worse. And she was using me, and I was hurting everyone. And if it kept getting worse before I did something about it, it would have just kept getting worse. So I don't see what the problem is.
She
If it was
forced
gonna
you
get
into
worse,
this.
it was going to anyway.
Can Eris make an insight check?
Yeah, who are you insight
Yeah,
checking?
Pip's
Pip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
Pip's
for it.
gonna. Sparks also.
God.
Sparks worried that Pip is
Oh, no.
convincing himself this is true. Hold on.
And that is very much so what Pip is doing.
Guidance.
Eris
Stockholm
is-
syndrome.
Attempting to.
Oh my god, I finally
insight-
rolled
Natural
well.
20. Natural 20.
Specifically.
What do I
roll?
That's a 21.
That
Hold on. Yeah. Take.
Eris is particularly insight checking the part where Pip says that she was using him, but I rolled like crap and I got an 8.
I'd say yeah. With an 8, you're probably not gonna be able to get anything.
Yeah.
So, Spark got a 24 total on his insight check.
So yeah.
A natural 20 and a 21 total.
So you two are trying. What are you specifically trying to check Pip for?
Everything?
No, you gotta be specific. I can't tell you yes
Trying
or
to
no
think
to
of
everything.
the specificity. I guess he's worried that Pip is fully convinced that he's been an active participant beyond the one active choice he made.
I think
Since in Spark's mind, the only active participation Pip has had in this cascade was open in the book, and everything else has been an evil goddess being an evil goddess.
I mean, he had another choice.
I guess the fear is mostly trying to be perceptive about, like, the emotional state and in regards to, like, what can I say to, like, help, I guess? And
Okay.
even just, like, reassure him and not make things worse.
Okay, yeah. So Pip, go ahead and tell what Spark sees.
Oh, and if he'd be
about-
open to a hug. That too, please.
Spark's probably give him one regardless.
Pip, go ahead and give what Spark would see about those things, about how Pip feels about his involvement. I
Yeah,
believe it's
he
exactly what he
fully-
says.
Yeah, he fully believes every single thing that he's saying. And is absolutely defensive of it, and is not gonna change his mind probably. You can try, but
Yeah, I think the conversation will just keep going in circles. I think both of you would also pick that up with your above 20 insight, is that, like, right now that is what Pip believes, and there's probably nothing you can say at this moment that will make him believe that that is not true. It's just too new, too painful of a thing. Is Pip open to a hug? Pip?
No.
Did you
Spark's
say
not
no?
making. No,
No,
I
fair.
mean,
You're
listen,
okay.
we know the answer, but
Yeah.
Spark's gonna be like, "Sorry, little buddy," and move in to give Pip a, I guess, bear hug, but not like try to squeeze him. It'll be okay. And after a beat, let go. Sorry about that. Just
what's that for?
we've never blamed you for any of it.
You
It's all
haven't.
been Dendar.
You
and-
might not have blamed me, and I don't really see how, but I have. And I feel
Yeah, but-
like
And
I don't know.
I
He's
am
looking
sorry.
out for that and not hearing me.
And I am sorry about how I reacted. It's I guess you can say in that moment I knew it wouldn't be you. And that self-assurance had me skip the step of check-in.
When?
When I attacked the snake, thinking that was Dendar's anchor to your body.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, and it was... I don't know.
What's Eris been doing this whole time? And where is Eris? And I guess close enough to hear, obviously, because she did make the comment about what snakes or what.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anatoly's just
yeah.
kind of doing that cool, casual lean against a wall because he has to. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
He's letting you all.
Right.
He's like
Just
there,
hearing this
but
conversation
yeah,
and being like,
he's there, but he's like, this is not my fight. Y'all need to figure out your group issues. Have group therapy. What's Eris up to?
Yeah. No, Eris has been taking notes this whole time.
best for write that down.
Yeah.
No, she's taking the
Oh
notes.
wow! Not even allowing a secondary. This is going straight
Yeah,
through her
no.
hand.
She's taking the notes. And during the earlier parts of the conversation, she was getting upset and angry, and her eyes started to glow. But now she's, as the conversation has continued, she's trying to put all the pieces together. Yeah, this is also partially me remembering that Eris was something that I forgot that Eris had been told. I'm gonna keep that in my pocket because I need to figure out what she's gonna do about that.
All right.
So,
But Pip. You should definitely stop blaming yourself.
I mean, wouldn't you? Blame yourself? If it was you?
Yeah, I probably would. But Pip, it's not your fault. And even if it is, I forgive you. And you're still my brother. And, well, if you're really sure about that this is a good thing and that all of that, then okay. But you know, I'll trust you because I do trust you. But I trust you, Pip. I don't trust Dendar. So talk to me. Tell me if she ever brings up what it is that you owe her now because of all of this and accepting the gifts, what she's gonna say that you owe her, because I just don't want you to get hurt, because you're my brother and I love you. So if there's anything we can do to help.
Okay. But I mean, I just don't know what choice I had, because I just feel like if bad things are gonna happen now, they would have already happened no matter what. So.
Yeah, and honestly, considering the circumstances and where we are, it makes sense.
I just want to help. I just want to not hurt anyone anymore.
Okay.
and please be careful how much power you accept from her.
Yeah, I guess just trust but verify. Be cautious. You know, don't trust. But I trust you, Pip. I don't trust Dendar, but I trust you. So just don't forget that we're here for you, and be careful about stuff. And well, here. She'll reach into one of her many hidden pockets and just pull out a little,
Trinket time.
honestly,
Honestly, you need to just get a list of 100 trinkets and roll
Bro,
like
I
a
got you.
D100.
I really do.
Yeah, I was about to say.
well, I was thinking something along the
Nefira
lines of
needs
like
a
either a
custom
feather,
trinket list.
Like,
I
I'll
really
that.
do, like a feather or a cool rock, maybe like a little gem that she stole from something.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. A
little
little
gem.
cool little crystal gem. That's
Beautiful.
Pip's favorite color. And
Make a list of all the sealable things that you can fit in your pockets.
I shall
100 of those things.
definitely.
Yeah,
So
you,
it's just
you
like
pull out
a
this little
little-
gem.
It's just this little gem. It's a nice
What
precious
is your
gem.
favorite
It's
color?
Pip's favorite color. And
Hmm.
they'll hand it to Pip and be like, here, hold on to this. And I guess
Maybe blue.
just hold on to that. And anytime you feel like, negative feelings, I guess, just hold on to that. Remember that no matter what, you're still my brother and I love you, and nothing can change that. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna hug you now. And I'm just gonna hug
Okay.
Pip.
Thank you for accepting them, Pip.
Yeah.
We'll try not to do it too often.
Again, gonna happen no matter what.
Because we love you.
I guess.
But just so you know, everything that I have done it to protect you.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go for it.
The Purist doesn't even need to. She
Yeah,
just
Sparks,
fully
yeah.
believes that. Like, yeah.
12.
I don't imagine in this moment Pip is trying to lie about that.
Mhm.
So,
No.
no. Eris, you don't have the most unshakable faith in it, but I guess that's understandable for the situation. But you do have good reason to believe that Pip is telling the truth, and everything he's done, he thinks he's been doing to protect the Gremlins.
Do not doubt your motivation, not even for a moment. I'm
Yeah.
I have been
more
told I have
just
a lot of motivation.
I'm more just worried that you were forced into a bad deal.
Yeah. Like, if she tries to trick you or lie or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
Uh.
I'll be careful, I guess. As careful as I can be, but I don't know what I can
Alright.
do now. It's kind of too late.
Yeah. So I guess just keep us updated on if, any further communication with her, I guess. That seems even mildly important. And we'll, as long as we stick together and be, communicating and talking with each other about all of this, we'll get through this. We'll be okay. We just have to
Mhm.
stay together. And we'll be okay.
So I was hoping to do it tonight, but might be better off after a long rest, and Spark will pull out the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna cast Detect Magic and rattle off whatever I saw on the helmet. Pip, do you want to help, since
Yeah.
I can't really parse what this stuff might mean, but you can?
Yeah.
Thank you. And Spark will sit his butt down and ritually cast Detect Magic.
Does it have to be there
Alright.
for the whole thing, or just like at the end?
Up to Pip. Pip would know.
I mean, like required.
Not required.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You do that thing, and Pip's gonna go
See you in
upstairs.
10 minutes.
Go upstairs
Oh.
and
Nefira is going to take that time to study Infernal.
10 minutes, okay.
Eris
You don't get
didn't-
any. You don't get any roll because 10 minutes is not long enough to make a roll to study Infernal.
Oh,
but you
come
can, for
Dang it.
flavor, stare at the book.
you review.
You can review your conjugations
Flavor.
of verbs.
The first bit of this long rest, Nefira is studying
Yeah.
the book.
Hey,
I
and hey,
imagine
as
this is
someone
gonna
who has
pivot
studied
into a
Latin,
long rest.
10 minutes before a test is crucial time. Okay, you can learn a lot in those 10 minutes.
That's
No,
where
you're-
you learn the most.
you're not-
honestly.
Sai, you're
Yeah.
not Sai, somebody who got by with cramming, you're not learning, you're just loading your RAM.
I
Gets you by
remember the
gets
stuff
you
I
through the
crammed better than
test.
the stuff I didn't.
But
Fair
yeah,
enough.
as you cast Detect Magic,
Well,
for 10 minutes, Pip is sitting nearby. Nefira is looking at a book, cramming for a test that they don't know they have.
Wanted to go upstairs.
Yeah, and
Morgan,
Pip. Pip's going up to Eris. Are you going to go back over after?
After.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
go
the
ahead,
discussion's
Pip,
going to
and-
happen while the ritual cast is happening.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pip, you head over to Eris, who's kind of been standing off a little bit to the side, I imagine. Yeah.
Hey, I know you probably don't want to talk about it. I know it's really new, and I know what I did, and I know you're probably still really mad at me. But I just wanted to tell you, I don't think it's gonna matter much. Whenever I attacked you, she was in my head telling me that I don't have any friends. And you're the first person that I thought of. And you made me want to fight that, and I lost, but I don't know. I know it doesn't matter, but yeah. For what that's worth, I guess. But that's all.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of how Eris was gonna respond because I was so ready to, because I knew what she was gonna say if she started talking, but
then you said that.
Eris,
when I
Eris
said that,
was
I'm
not
like,
a-
"Ooh, where
but
is
Eris
my
was
talking
not
point?"
expecting a full apology.
No, we were not.
Also, not me tearing up.
Aww.
Bro, I'm
Now
gonna
listen,
cry.
Listen,
I
y'all
know, it's
can't-
so emotional.
Y'all have come so close to Spark voicing his guilt about pushing the Gremlins to come here.
Mm.
I'm literally, by the way, marking down like this whole emotional thing as Morgan hurts himself on the
So
The
true.
board.
I mean,
Emotional
emotional
damage.
pain.
it counts.
Pip, I know that you have Spark and Nefira convinced
Oh, bingo.
that this isn't your fault.
Yeah.
But we both know that's not true.
I know. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know it doesn't matter. And I'm not.
Pip, I need
Never mind.
you to be able to look me in the eye and tell me that you attacking me was Dendar's fault. That if she wasn't in your head possessing you to do whatever you did to hurt me, then that wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have. I would never have attacked you. You are my best friend, and she told me that, and I thought about you, and my first thoughts were, no, that's not true. I have Eris, and then the next thing I knew, I was attacking you. And that was her, and I know I did it, but I don't know. It's confusing. But if she hadn't been there, then of course I wouldn't have.
Eris looks off and thinks for a second. Yeah. And how are you sure that this is never going to happen again? How do you know that she's not going to turn you on us again. That we're not just some kind of collateral if she wants something more from you.
If she wants more from me, she can take it from me. But she said that I wouldn't hurt you anymore.
Okay. I'm assuming... Because Eris is definitely keeping an eye out to see if she thinks Pip is lying this whole time.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to keep having you roll because
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
so I'm not going to ask
Morgan
that
is being genuine with everything Pip thinks.
Yeah, so Eris is getting that he's telling the truth. Good.
I enjoy how Sly and I are immediately like thinking about how Dendar is going to pull some nonsense of like, I technically didn't break my word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like, she wants more, she can take it from me. Pip, like, that's what we're worried about.
Pip just pulls Asta from Black Clover where it's like, take my arm, I want more power. And just has a full demon arm for the rest of existence.
I mean, does he not already?
Got an eye and a patch of scales.
Yeah, Eris says, okay. I believe you.
You do?
But I don't like that you're taking power from her. I don't like that. I don't like that there is a connection between the two of you. I think it would be better if you limited that.
So you don't want me to use the magic that's been helping?
Pip, you have magic that can help. I don't know what you're talking about. We're the Gremlins. We're a team. We all contribute to help each other in combat. And the time that you did not help was when you were being possessed by Dendar, which you didn't seem to think was the case at first, but I believe that you're telling me the truth in that she was.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You all contribute, but what do? I stand back and get protected.
You soften people up.
Pip, if there's one thing I've learned from being a fire genasi
in the past 12 hours.
There's a very specific reason why she says that, which we all may find out later, is that we're not all built to do the same thing. We're not all... Some of us are strong, some of us are not strong. Some of us are fast, some of us are not fast. That is just inherent to being a humanoid. We all have different skills, and we all bring different things to the table.
But what about the ones of us who aren't strong or fast?
Then they do
tough or...
Then they do magic, and they help... Like, you've been identifying and figuring out different magical things that could hurt us since you got cursed. You've been able to use your magic to help keep us safe, to help keep yourself safe. That is also valuable in and of itself. Like, yeah, I just so happen to be a humanoid that can take a lot of blows and is quick on my feet, and I practiced hard to be able to face down enemies on my own. And you have your own skills. If we didn't have you, we couldn't connect, we couldn't communicate with anyone on the material plane. That is probably the most invaluable thing here. That we can get help for the people of El Terrell, that we can get airlifted out if things go really bad.
Yeah. I guess.
So don't sell yourself short.
It's easy for you to say.
No! Pip is so small!
Pip's, the top of Pip's head is like around your waist.
Now you think Eris is wide enough to pick up on that?
This to a man who's doing it like this at you. You're...
Oh my god. No, she said what she said. She stands by it.
Pip ends the conversation with that statement.
Yeah.
All right.
Pip, you don't. Wait, I do have
Hold,
it. So first,
hold on, Eris thought about it.
oh no, she had a thought. Whoa. Says, Pip, you don't need some eldritch being to make you strong, to make you helpful. You can figure that out on your own. I've always believed in you. I think that you can do anything you put your mind to. You don't need someone else to make you great. She leaves.
Listen, Spark
Yeah,
can't say
Kieran's
anything
gonna say
because
more,
out
but
of
for
the
sure.
group, he's the only one who is whole stock relying on somebody else external for his powers.
But yeah,
Oh,
as
Druid, but
as Eris gives a very strong reminder to Pip about what it means to be a wizard and to be smart and be reliant on yourself and your knowledge.
We did have one reply to that, but she left, and maybe a good thing because
you were about to say something
and-
salty.
What was Pip
Not
gonna say?
salty.
What is Pip thinking?
I
Yeah,
wanna hear it.
what does Pip mumble under
What do
his
we
breath?
miss?
What do we miss?
it'd be a very long mumble.
Okay. What's Pip thinking?
Thinking that Eris says that, walks away, and then he's left there standing thinking that he's got all this magic, but if he didn't have that, what does he have? If Eris wasn't able to fight, she'd still be smart, she'd still be capable of other things. If the other gremlins didn't have the one thing that's like the best quality of them and the most helpful, they'd still have other things. And it feels like magic is the one thing that he does have. And even that hasn't worked every time.
And with that incredibly down thought that Pip is having, as you all...
Does anybody hear that in their heads? No.
You can roll for that. I don't think any of us are wearing the necklace.
Just roll a 20. That if you are not wearing the necklace, roll a d20. If anyone gets, let me know what you get.
Morgan, I want you to pick the dice that I use.
Oh gosh.
Good point.
Should I use my
the
Eris dice or my
18.
wholesome watermelon dice?
I'm gonna use the dice that
Eris
Morgan gifted me to
Eris
use for
dice.
Spark.
Alrighty.
4.
Oh, that rolled out of the dice box. Should I keep it? The dice tray.
What was it?
Oh, it was pretty good. It was 17.
17.
Mhm.
I got an 18.
Aaron's caught that.
Wait, isn't if you're not wearing the necklace?
No,
I think
I
the
couldn't
fear
have
is
been
wearing the
because
necklace.
Lulu was talking earlier, and I had to take it off to hear Lulu to hear Lulu speaking. So
Yeah,
But then would the fear put it back on right after, though?
I
Like-
don't know. We never really asked
Yeah.
about that, so I just assumed that I wasn't wearing it.
Well, I will
so.
say you had to roll a nat 20 in order to
maybe I
Basically-
should have rolled it.
because basically it is not Pip's choice to kind of jump those thoughts, and it would have been the telepathy kind of going wild, and nothing for Lulu and nothing for Anatoly. So unfortunately, no one gathers Pip's thoughts on that situation except for all of us in this moment. But is there anything else you'd all like to do before you take this long rest?
Wow,
yes,
I can't
that's
believe
right.
my belief in
ritual
this
cast,
man is enough.
Ritual cast on the helmet. Does Pip sulk back to Spark?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pip, as soon as you have that thought, you're like, oh shit.
With the one thing he's good at.
Yeah, he's gonna go be useful. With his
Use
spells.
his brains.
Pip,
Just
you
like Eris said. Just like Eris said.
Pip, you notice that this helm has a very strong divination and illusion magic, and you imagine it is what is essentially basically putting a little movie on in your head whenever you wear the helmet. You don't gather anything about, like, there's no, like, demonic thing about it. You imagine that might have just been some really fucked up, like, convergences of a demonic portal happening close by to, like, the helmet being worn. Because, as far as you can tell, there's only those two types of magic on the helm. But it doesn't seem to
given the fact that Spark donned it and just got his vision.
Until Spark just turns into a demon in the middle of the night, you know? It's fine.
Oh, you know.
Maybe it's Spark's turn for a little demonic possession, you know?
Oh, pretty.
Sure.
Y'all will be in danger if that
You
happens.
will. If the paladin goes bad, you're all screwed. So Smite will ruin you all.
And that was kind of half the threat with the whole, aura of vitality and story form. It's like, alright, we finally did some damage to Spark. It's like, bonus action, heal back half of that.
Yep.
Listen,
He just healed back. And he just cocked the mace.
If Spark goes bad, it's okay. He can just kill Pip. And then I can just bring in a Warlock Cleric. It'll be fine.
Alright. So yeah, that is what you get with your detect magic. And I imagine Pip says all that.
Put the helmet away. Should we resolve a Nefira study in the book before we break for the night? Long rest, whatever we're doing?
I mean, if anyone else is going to also study, they can, because a long rest is like 8 hours. So there would be time to take an hour.
Give it a study.
Alright. Anyone else? Eris? Would you like to read a book?
There's something that Eris wants to do.
What does Eris want to do? You don't want to learn?
Well, can she do the thing she wants to do after she learns the Infernal?
What does she want to do?
She wants to go talk to her dad.
Nah. Yeah, I'd say actually you'd probably want to talk first.
It's not just talk. There's something else I want to do.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna get to a long rest at a reasonable time with all this GCRP potential.
I know. The problem is I'm really trying to get you all off of El Terrell before we end tonight.
Okay.
No, but I don't.
There's already like a 50-50 I'm calling out tomorrow anyway.
At least I want to get you to... Okay, well, just above table, I imagine y'all are going to jump, and as much as Eris is going to hate that, and Pip will cast Featherfall when you're close to the ground. So we could also end, like, on the edge of glory.
Jump and then we end.
That is probably what Spark was gonna push for, even if it meant having to...
Because climbing would be very dangerous, and you could still fall and everything like that, so...
Yeah, we'd probably look for a spot that wasn't near over the river Styx and be like, hey, Eris, sorry. Because I forgot to mention this in the moment. But, Pip, something I just kind of still realized... When Pip first described, made a deal with Dendar, Spark did have a moment of absolute disappointment on his face.
Oh no!
We promised no deals!
You said no deals with devils!
We did specify devils. We didn't
say ancient eldritch beings from before time itself. That
actually,
have been
tormenting us in our nightmares.
Yeah.
I am actually kind of curious, mechanically, is it... Oh wait, no wait, that's not.
She's a monstrosity. She's not a goddess. She's a titan, essentially.
Yeah, I was more asking, is the patron class like the old one or something?
Mm-hmm. She is specifically listed as a named like example of a patron in it. So.
Oh boy. Just
so fun.
Eldritch being older than time itself.
Look, if you're gonna go big, go big.
Go home.
You can't go home because you're in hell, so you might as well go big.
Go big and go home.
Yes, oops on me for forgetting that, but there was a solid few second appearance of Spark looking disappointed at Pip.
Oh,
that he tried to like
I
quickly
insight that?
push to the side. Yeah,
Or would I
he-
just be like, no, that'd probably be passive insight, right?
Probably
now just roll
passive
deception.
because you were busy being
I like
Let me-
Sarah
sad.
just
Insight is
knowing
9.
Spark.
So the dice chose mayhem. I rolled a 2.
So Pip would have noticed how
Pip,
disappointed Spark looked
Deception. I do not think a 6 beats Pip's passive.
of a 9. Nope.
Wow.
So yeah, Pip would have
No.
clocked that.
Mm.
All right. So as we come back in,
Saw that retcon.
Yep.
Okay, but
um,
since what I was gonna say at the end, real quick, is because when I'm assuming Spark sat down to like study the book to study Infernal, if Pip said you were gonna, I don't think Morgan said what Pip was gonna do. So Nafira was gonna call Pip over and be like, "Come, sit and study Infernal with us. You're really good with
Oh,
languages. You're better than me at this. Come
Spark's
help us learn
gonna
Infernal."
Okay.
same thing as before.
hold the book.
Pretzel
Yeah.
sitting,
Paddle
hold
while
the
we
book
learn
in the
Infernal.
middle.
All right.
Is Eris
One
able
short
to join in
folk
on
on-
the study session
Yeah.
too?
You know what? You can.
Yeah.
Group studies.
You can
Mm.
go
We're all
study.
just gonna study together and just all pressed up close so we can all see the book and just cuddle while we learn Infernal.
How long does this thing take?
An hour to roll the dice for a
So-
learned amount.
I really hate the sense of humor my dice has. Another nat 20 on this.
Oh my god! Look at the new liaison to devils.
I
Spark
Is it
Coach
initially got a
Wizard.
14?
did I
A 14, I
make-
believe, is not enough. I believe you need a
let
16 or
me
a 15.
check the
It's on the
DC.
yeah,
it's on
in
the top of
thing.
my notes.
I rolled an
Uh,
18, so I got a 23.
Book's
Eris also
DC
rolled
is
an
15.
There you
She
go.
got a dirty 20.
Okay, but I was cramming. Can I get advantage?
That's why you can't remember. You can't cram.
Oh,
That's not how
I
you learn.
forgot. Nat 20 is worth 2 ticks on the
Ye-
progression.
Yeah. I've already updated everyone's.
Hey, yo, I might have made a mistake with this face character.
He's gonna be so sassy to all the demons and in their own language. Nothing is worse than getting insulted in your own tongue.
Hey,
Y'all,
give me your best
after
Valley girl,
all
please.
of this, Eris is still behind.
Hey,
Aw.
Dice,
so was Nafira.
Dice, we released nat 20s during combat.
Yeah, you rolled. Actually, there's been a lot of nat 20s tonight.
Yeah, I
And
got
not
2
a-
during combat.
And not a single one by me. I will say. I did not crit on Eris this time.
You're saving it. You're saving
I
it for
am.
a better time.
Yeah.
For in person.
You're done.
Yeah, yeah, that is the appropriate time to crit on Tates again.
Yep.
I'm
But
Listen,
gonna get
it-
crit on like 5 times.
as
Listen,
That's what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be so fun when I get back to run the anthologies and it's like, oh hey Tates, here, take these crits again. What do you
Y'all
mean
have
you
it
did?
out for me. All my characters need adamantine armor.
but
I should
yeah,
just get
let's
it for free.
let's keep trying to go with this as it's getting up there in time.
Yeah.
So you all are kind of have a quiet moment. You're able to study. Some of you to better effect than others. Nafira
Do I
really
get this
stressed
so
about
easily?
Nafira's really stressed about the whole Pip situation, and then Spark just keeps being like breezing through it, and it's kind of annoying Nafira, and so it makes them more distracted and they can't focus because Spark's like getting everything right on the first try, and you're like, you don't even like devils, like why are you understanding this language so
I
you are
don't
not able to
understand.
retain much. But yeah, after that hour is up, y'all are kind of like, I think we need to take a break from all these future, present, past tenses that devils like to use, and you all can do whatever else for the rest of your long rest situation. Anatole has been kind of in the same room near the door. He's been smoking a little bit and kind of just being quiet, letting you all bond, letting the trauma bonding happen as he's finally seeing you all sitting next to each other for the first time since everything that happened with Pip, so he was not about to come and interrupt any of that right there. But yeah.
Are we gonna discuss the Gremlins' next steps before the long rest is over? Or...
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I imagine
Yeah.
this long rest can also go longer than like 8 hours. It just needs to be at least that long. But you all could, spend more time talking to people, resting, doing whatever. Really, you just need to be a minimum of 8.
Wait,
Take a shower. Is that what you said?
Yeah, where are the baths? Where are the baths?
We
bath.
listen. When we get back to the prime material plane, we are gonna spend a week just going to spas.
I was like,
Mhm.
I just got the evilest idea. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, no!
No.
That
Are we gonna get a water level?
Maybe. You almost did one tonight, but the water was just tiny. But yeah. So, Eris, are you heading over to talk to your father?
I think she might actually talk to him after the Gremlins have a quick talk about if everyone else is good with that order of operations.
Fair.
Talking about what the plan is, because the Iris is going to start the conversation. She's, what are we going to do now? I mean, I know we'll probably fill in the Grand Duke on what's happened, but
Pip, do you have any 3rd level spell slots left?
I have one.
So,
I was thinking about using it, but if you need it.
well, I guess, who are you thinking about reaching out to?
My sister? It's almost her birthday.
no.
You really want to put that part of the bargain to the test?
I don't know.
We're not doing that. If anything, we need to send it to Kamar and let her know what's happened, what we found.
Yeah, I mean, you said it's almost her birthday, which means it's not her birthday yet, which means,
I don't really know what day it is either.
well,
Actually, that is a good is Anatoly nearby?
Yeah, he's still lounging, kicking his feet up on a chair.
Roughly, how long has it been for you guys here since the companion dragged you here?
What day did you all arrive? And I'll say you give him
Tell him
the
the
date.
date.
Yeah, Eris looks through her notes and tells him.
Yeah, you fill in the date. And essentially, after a little bit of back and forth of arbitrary math that we're not going to act out, it seems that time is passing faster here by a little bit than on the material plane. It seems like the hours are kind of not quite 24 in a full day. So, the time is not lined up exactly.
Very jet lagged.
Yeah. You went to Europe, really fucking with your sleep schedule. But yeah, it seems, and so above table talk, every time you take a long rest, it progresses a full day on the material plane. Because I decided I don't care to keep track of down to the hours.
Well, you are outnumbered already.
but
That
I
is
am
true.
God.
That is true.
But I'm God,
I was
so...
about to say, keep in mind, Mads has the DM classic of rocks fall on all of you.
Yeah, I don't think the time progressing by a day every long rest is the worst thing to ever happen, so...
Listen, we could be rocking Feywild rules where we roll on a table run and the DM can be like, oops, it's been a decade.
So, yeah. So, essentially you get that it seems time's going a little bit faster. So maybe you're a day or two off what you think it should be as of right now.
yeah. So
Faster
if-
for us or faster for, material?
The material plane is, it's faster. It's shorter here. Fuck. We're
Okay,
still doing math. It's
Listen.
quicker here, so...
Time dilation is weird.
So, like, 2 hell days is 1 material day.
No, actually, it's the other way. because you're feeling like a full day here is faster there. We're gonna say that time is progressing faster on the material plane. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you accidentally miss it?
Oh shoot.
Well, this might work out if...
I mean, if I missed it, then I missed it, and I can just do it later.
Pip, I need
Exactly,
to talk
yeah.
to Luca.
Eris, I think
Um,
finding out if another party to come in and help keep Outro safe might
I
be a
can-
higher priority than you trying to make sure there aren't drugs in your home when you get back.
Oh my god. Did Spark say that out loud?
Yeah.
in front of your dad?
Eris is gonna give Spark a death glare. This man better be fearing for his life.
There's literal fire in her eyes.
You know, literal fire in her eyes. Like, I don't think she feels so embarrassed she doesn't even know what to say.
Well, there's nothing. Anatoly says nothing in the corner.
Well, yeah, she's gonna say, Spark.
I should have said that in Halfling, shouldn't
It
I?
was a miscommunication, which I am trying to work out over here. And it was about saving Pip.
Maybe I can get Kamara to sending Luca
Yes!
or go to your
Oh my
apartment
god.
and make sure. I mean, she doesn't live there. She's living in your apartment. You've been to her house. She lives in Baldur's Gate. I mean, she doesn't, but you know what I mean?
Man,
She can go to your apartment.
Anatoly, such a weird impression of his daughter. Between this and the honorary comment.
Spark better watch it. The ice is cracked. He's falling through the lake.
Oh no! Can you swim?
Not in heavy
better
armor.
hope so. Better
Not
hope
in
so.
In heavy armor, he's sinking.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make a high DC athletics check to tread water.
Big boy.
So, are you all deciding to sending someone?
Yeah.
I guess we're sending Kamar.
Oh god, I didn't prep a sending for Kamar. I should.
I have a sending prep for Luca.
Yeah, I am a sending a prep for Lunaria.
So, we're gonna improv and
Alright.
send to the one you don't have.
Alright,
Yes, please.
pauses like, okay. Sorry, Stu needs to ground himself. Because this would have been a deadpan delivery for Spark. Alright, we can tell her, give her an update that there are some people alive still. What's a safe and Spark kind of looks over at Anatoly. Is it fair to say the High Hall is a safe drop point if another adventuring party has been found at Candlekeep to be sent here?
Can you plane shift
Um,
inside?
You see, he kind of thinks for a second. He's like, I am not very familiar with the spells of plane shift, but I think it would perhaps be safer for them to go to the cemetery chapel. We could talk them through that secret passage. Landing them right on top of where all the civilians are could attract some demonic attention. At least if they're in the graveyard, it might be offset by all the undead, and I don't imagine a few zombies will be much problem for that caliber of individual that could plane shift here.
So,
Is Eris
I
fucking blushing about fucking Kamar? Saltate's face as soon as I said caliber of individual plane shift. Immediately.
Oh my.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Crush on Kamara does Tate.
Jury's
Yes.
out.
We don't have to think about that too hard.
Okay.
Yes, I
Say it,
guess.
bro.
You're not.
Who doesn't have a crush on Kumar?
Sorry. I'm just trying to gather thoughts. So I guess let her know we're safe. People are safe. A location of where to send reinforcements if there are any. Maybe ask her for some bags of silver dust for me. I kind of didn't realize I needed them when she first offered. Or was that Sabikas that offered?
I don't know.
Do you think you can make that fit in sending?
I can try.
For sending, you see, Anatoly kind of speaks up. For sending, you have to have met the person, right?
Yes. I think that's how it was described.
With which you are familiar.
Anatoly goes, I've only met the Grand Duke a few times, but when he wakes, I do believe him and Kumar are well acquainted, being from the same city. She could also reach out to him with any further information. At least maybe let her know.
Oh yeah, we
should.
should.
That he's alive.
That is a good
She does
point.
have a lot of very politically powerful friends. She goes to a lot of parties. She doesn't like them. She's never taken me.
You see, he thinks about saying something that doesn't say anything. It's like,
Maybe you could get your new boyfriend to take you to parties.
Is that in character?
No.
damn it!
I'm like, wait.
Because I don't think Eris knows that Cassius is all noble and stuff in character.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think
Actually,
in
no
character
one-
they know.
In
Yeah.
character, no one knows.
Yeah.
Except Kamar, who's
That's
not
why I was-
technically
And
in
she's not
character.
going to say anything.
And she's not going to say anything because she finds it funny.
It's not funny.
But yeah,
I wish it was in character, but
But yeah, Anatoly goes, it could be another option. And
Would help if we do go pursuing the sword.
yes, so
Actually, I guess that is a point. Do we feel like we've done what we set out to come here to do? Or should we try following the lead we found?
I mean, getting everyone out of El Terrell is to save their lives now, but that doesn't change where the city is, and that doesn't change where their souls are going.
you
Yes,
see,
we
as
need to
you say that,
find-
Anatoly flips open and lights a cigarette because that is fully talking about his life right
Eris
now.
is gonna get a cigarette too.
Yeah.
That's her whole family.
You see, yeah.
Ah.
He easily holds out the container of cigarettes
Yeah.
to you.
We need to find a way to break the contract. Maybe
I mean,
find Creed, and he might have information on how to break the contract.
that
if
sword
not-
seems like a good start. I mean, to be fair, maybe the only lead other than 2 Kenkus in a junkyard.
I mean,
That's a
the
section.
Kenku
two-
is walking to a junkyard.
No, that's next session.
That's next session, yeah.
The helmet did make the sword seem incredibly important. Would Spark be able to gather that he saw a pre-corrupted Zariel?
He did not. He saw
Oh, okay.
someone. I said the name, so Yael, Yale, is a Hell Rider that took the sword.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, she was accompanied by Lulu at that time, but that was not.
All right,
not
that's a
Zariel.
astute
Yeah,
misinterpretation.
no, that's fair.
Yeah, I
It's,
thought that too.
No, the
Like, all the notes I have
the
about
sword
Zariel.
is angelic. Gather whose sword it is as much as you want, but the actual individual was a Hell Rider, a human, who had taken it as kind of last stand.
Hey, parallels.
Oh, hey.
Since I'm not Since table talk, Spark's probably gonna want dibs on this thing.
Probably. Angelic sword? Angelic longsword?
Oops on it not scaling with Dex for Eris. We really do need to get her a magic rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of plans, I guess my spellcasting ability is also expanded recently. Eris, it seemed like in the fights, having your weapon be silvered isn't consistently reliable. I have a spell that can help make it so that every time your attack connects, the full brunt will be done, but I can't cast that and bless at the same time. So I guess I'll bring it up to the group. Do you guys think me allowing, well, our most consistent damage dealer to not be hampered by these creatures' nature is better than enabling us to more consistently connect?
Yes, silence.
Eris is gonna let Nafira and Pip have their input in first, because she knows.
We know what Eris is gonna pick.
Well, if you think it could help Spark.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to type up the sending. Can you repeat, please?
Basically, Spark's asking table talk at this point. Does the party think him casting magic weapon on Eris's rapier is going to be more valuable than upcast and bless on all four of us?
I would also say you could
I mean,
probably
it's
leave
like
it situational, because sometimes if it looks like you're going to be making hefty saves or like saves
True.
often,
He's going to
bless
have
is better. But like
both
this
prepared,
fight,
but yeah.
this fight, it probably would have been better to have. I don't think
Magic
anyone
weapon.
really had any tough saves to make. So yeah, I think that's
But I more
probably the
mean
easiest.
when there's a situation where both could be beneficial, but he can only concentrate on one thing.
Yeah.
What is he, a ranger? All the cool spells require concentration.
No.
That was me.
Our ranger.
No,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
fair.
Valrin.
But yeah,
Baker.
I think that you probably can decide per encounter until you use it. It's also hard to really tell how effective
Fair.
it will be.
I'll try to make sure both are ready, but I guess we're in agreement. Let Sabikas know.
Nope.
The Grand
Not
Duke.
Sabikas.
Sorry, Kamar. This is Stu being bad with names. This
Hey,
is
you at least
Stu's brain
remember
at
their
midnight.
names. They're just
Yeah.
the wrong girlfriend. Okay, I know they're exes, but man.
Oh, man.
No.
Does Pip know if they're exes yet?
No. He was gonna. Nafira was gonna.
Eris
Talk
did
to
say
him
that they're
about it
not
later.
friends. So
Oh,
Pip
yeah.
does know that.
No,
Yeah.
we'll give Kamar a rundown of the situation. Hopefully hear if some more manpower is coming to help keep the civilians safe, and we start pursuing the lead of this sword.
Okay. Yeah.
And
What should I tell her?
I-
What do I need to tell her? Do I need to tell her about the powdered silver and the drugs, or do I need to ask her to come here, or? Sorry,
if you
Eris.
don't have enough words for either of those, you don't need to.
Pip,
Hopefully,
Above the table,
Pip is just gonna be like, Kamar, drugs, Eris.
Do you want to know what I have for a rough draft for sending?
Yeah.
sure.
Found
You can
Ravengard.
say that Pip
People
would
are
have run
alive.
this over
We're
everyone.
safe. Sending
Yeah.
Ravengard tomorrow for civilians out. For getting civilians out. Also, Spark wants powdered silver and check Eris's apartment for drugs.
You can maybe omit that part with Eris's apartment. We can try to
Pip?
contact Luca.
I'm going
Later.
to have you sending Luca in the morning.
Oh.
You tell Kamar to speak with the
Okay.
Grand Duke and that we found a bunch of survivors. That's the important part.
Mentioning the survivors is more important.
Okay.
The
Darius
powder
just wants to
over can
leave the
also-
room.
Scratches out all of
Y'all.
those last words.
But-
I have 6 words left.
Listen, Tates.
In order to leave the
What are
room, Eris would have to walk directly past her dad.
I'm not saying she wants to. She's not gonna. She's just smoking that cigarette really hard right
Chain
now.
smoke.
Yeah.
Yes, really selling that I don't do drugs.
Tates. What are some...
Hey, my dad does this one. It's okay.
Oh, okay, so
Listen,
your
Tate.
dad does that drug, it makes it
Tates,
okay.
what are
Yeah, it's
siblings-
fine.
What are siblings
Uh-huh.
for if not embarrassing you?
Iris would never have done y'all dirty like that. She knows better.
Okay.
Listen, sometimes Spark has low whiz moments. Usually when I roll really low, when I'm like, this is something he would probably whiz check about, single digits. Nope, he's just gonna be blunted to the point with this.
Yeah.
All right. Pip, are you gonna cast sending?
Yes, I have 6 words left.
Well, make it up as you go.
I'll keep track.
I mean, I already have track.
Oh, fair.
I have 19 words.
All right, go. That's fine. You don't necessarily look like Matt
You can
always
just
tells
say
Jester.
do,
You
do.
don't have to use all of them.
But
Just
okay, do
it
we
at
want
the
to?
end.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead
Okay,
as
but,
Pip
like,
casts the spell.
Morgan.
Did we?
Sorry. You
When
go,
did
Morgan.
And Morgan, go, then Stu. Morgan, say whatever you're gonna say, then Stu, say whatever you're gonna say.
I think Sue was okay. Anyway, when did we want to tell her to sending the Grand Duke,
In the
or do
morning.
we want to tell her to? Okay, for sure.
Morning. And also, man, that delay really has hit us there.
Okay, so Pip cast sending.
All right.
Says, this is 19 words. Found Ravengard, Pepper. Sorry. People
Idiot cloud.
are alive. We're safe. Sending Ravengard tomorrow for getting civilians out. Also, Spark wants powdered silver. This is Pip, by the way.
Great.
Not like the spell includes a sentence of
Nice.
you. If they know you, they can tell.
You gotta make
it.
sure.
Let me make sure. XOXO.
As you do sending, someone count for me. You hear Kamar's.
You want it?
Either one.
All right,
yeah.
Tates has it.
You hear Kamar's voice. Pippet, good to hear from you. I'm familiar with Ravengard. We'll speak to him soon. Getting survivors out will be no easy task.
We've got 2 words.
Nothing else to
So-
say.
Someone's listening. And that's the end.
Hmm.
Pip, as you get that sending and you hear someone's listening, your eyes open, and as if someone was standing in front of you, you see something materialize and vanish. But only you saw that. And only you heard the
What?
sending. It looked
What?
like a humanoid figure, like in front of you, and it materialized and vanished.
Is it what I think it could be?
No, that's
Maybe.
real
There
bad
could be
for
many
us.
things you think it could be, so.
Is it the thing? Is it
No.
I'm
The
thinking
mystery
that thing
too.
that can vanish and the necklace?
I mean, Stu's first thought is your dream visitor.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean that was my
Half
first
of-
thought until you said humanoid like materialized and then vanished. Then it was like
Bro was a
The
half
necklace.
elf.
Well, humanoid counts as all of the above.
No one
Y'all
does.
are humanoids, technically. But yeah, you all don't know any of that. And Pip, you get that very someone's listening. Thank you so much for telling me I had 2 words left. I didn't know what to say with those, but you know? I figured Kamar can tell.
Yeah, I was
You're
expecting
welcome.
another, like, be safe or something. But no.
No, instead.
I was hoping for a love you.
Has Kamar ever told Pip that she loves him?
Probably not.
Okay, yeah, fair.
It's okay, we can keep wishing.
She's not very
But
affectionate.
you from that you gather that Kamar will reach out to Ravengard as she knows him, and will kind of try to figure out the civilian removal operation, as that's going to be difficult, and that someone is listening.
Great.
Now, does Pip share that juicy detail with the group?
Yeah.
Pip, sharing is caring.
Whew. Yeah, cast sending, and that happens, probably, like, as a reflex, like, oh, drops his
He
pen
drops his pen.
on the floor,
Oh shit.
and, as a reflex, probably, like, takes, like, a step back, like, shocked, and then
You okay,
is-
Pip?
looks confused, and he's like, did anybody see that? What was that?
See
See
what?
what?
I didn't see it. What was
You
it?
You didn't see anything.
Nope.
What did you see?
No.
I don't know.
So,
saw
hearing that, Spark's
something
gonna go on edge and
Vanished.
start
but
looking
I didn't-
around.
Yeah.
So what?
I
just
talked
try
to
go
Kamar.
with it.
She's gonna talk to the Grand Duke. And she said someone's listening, and that's it. And then I saw something. I saw something materialize and vanish. Something humanoid. I don't know. I didn't.
Mads, I'm guessing a 16 is not gonna pick up on anything.
No.
Cool.
So you're saying, like, probably a person materialized
Mhm.
briefly and then just vanished.
Mhm.
But so kind of.
Where's that
touched where the
necklace?
necklace
Is it
not
on
currently on her.
Yeah, you go to grab and you realize your necklace is not on you. It's in
Yeah,
your
realize
bag.
it's not on it, but just touching where it normally hangs.
Ark's
It's like,
gonna quick check
do you remember?
necklace check. Nefira took it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nefira has
So
it.
it
It's
should
just
be
in
on
their
her person
in
somewhere.
their bag or
Yeah.
pocket or something.
And last time I left it in the bag, it appeared
Yeah.
back on my neck with the
Yeah.
note saying, "Don't do that." So we'll probably immediately like grab for the bag and start looking for the necklace.
Yeah, you're able to easily find the necklace wherever you left it.
Eris?
Is there any note?
Eris?
Hmm.
And did Pip get a look at the brief moment that they were there, what they look like, or any features or anything?
Give me a Arcana check.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
I like that. That's one of my
Amount
best
of her will
tracks.
be like, that really reminds me of, someone being where they weren't supposed to be and invisible.
I'm listening.
listening to us and putting necklace around my neck and
Eris backs up a bit and makes herself as small as possible. She doesn't want to be a part of this conversation anymore.
Oh no! Oh well, Pip got a dirty 20 about it.
Pip, you kind of gather that whatever you saw was not physically in this room. It was someone telepathically listening to your sending, and you having a stronger than most telepathic abilities because of one ancient evil entity and the alert from Kamar, were able to very briefly see that kind of spying of someone.
Clairvoyance?
Almost like someone was listening in on your conversation and you were able to see. They were not physically in the room, they were magically listening.
Oh, I hate this so much.
Interesting.
You know how I was like, I'm gonna get us to a certain stopping point, and I just keep adding fucking RP shit. I'm like, there's so much to do and say. Emily might have to watch you all panic RP for a little bit before you meet her character.
I mean, saying again, if y'all fine with going slightly later, I am.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I've already embraced Steph for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so Pip, with that, as Eris is backing up, Spark's looking around the room. Anatole is kind of taking a drag of a cigarette, is just like, I don't do magic. And Nefira, you're kind of looking for the necklace, looking for a note. Pip, you get this realization that the person is not physically and never was physically in the room, just perhaps mentally watching or listening.
Okay, then, like, I think it could have been magic. There are spells, I haven't learned them yet, that you can... They were spying magically. They weren't here. I think,
Do you know if there's a way to stop them without cutting off the ability to use it? Spark kind of looks over at Nefira's necklace. Since I think that time we had you wear it, it blocks send-in from going to you. So while the necklace could probably stop the spy, it would also
stop
cut
everybody.
you off. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't use sending anymore.
Means you wouldn't have to worry about the risk of upcasting to keep us safe, but is that worth trying to prevent the spy?
We should just be careful about what we send. Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't. Looks at Eris. Never mind.
This person is like, alright, go to this Eris lady's apartment.
Free drugs!
Tates, we
Y'all,
are so
I've
sorry.
had enough.
Sorry.
Y'all better check yourselves.
I'm checked.
Man, Eris is the one where we have to worry about slitting our own throats in our sleep. Spark wakes up with a rapier through his throat as you spoke one too many times.
But yeah, as you all receive this
That's a gruesome mental image.
unsettling news that someone overheard your conversation with Kamar, though, to be fair, some of the less information you've ever shared in your lives.
Because I was confined to 25 words.
You know, magic might have saved you.
I am a victim.
Might have saved you. What's everyone doing? Have you discussed a plan, really, to figure out what to do next?
Also, she's gonna be very surprised when she comes here and sees me. With like half a week.
Yeah.
What?
So, are we gonna find this sword? Do we even know where to start looking?
You see at that Lulu pipes up and goes, I think the Fort Knucklebone is a good place to start. If we get on the ground, we can maybe ask or find someone who would know about a junkyard. I think as long as we don't act too holy, we might be fine interacting with people.
Mark kind of goes through his bag to look for his cloak and just kind of sighs.
You mean like ground, like?
Yes, like Avernus. Like, we're technically not on the
Yes,
floor.
Lulu. Yes, Lulu.
Lulu's also flying the whole time. Lulu just hovers.
I am so aware of the fact that we're not on the floor.
Okay.
Eris,
Just
you okay?
whispers to Lulu, Eris is afraid of heights.
I was about to say, could we pick up the conversation through Eris's intense reactions?
Oh yeah, you would have been able to gather that Eris is upset, and also Lulu was talking to, in various amounts, kind of throwing the idea of getting to the ground. So you all know Eris's love of heights.
Well, if we do jump and we fall down softly, Pip can cast Feather Fall, and we can just all hold hands and we won't be alone, and it will be terrifying, but we'll make it, hopefully.
We could maybe, depending on the situation, it might delay us a day, but if another party arrives tomorrow, we could plane shift back and then the following day get plane shifted onto Avernus itself and not worry about you needing to deal with your fear.
You could get a bath.
We just spend a day in Candlekeep and then come
Yeah.
back.
Take a break.
Little vacay.
A little staycation.
Yeah.
We
got a
Maybe-
spa day.
Maybe get some magic items. Really delay.
Episode.
Really delay when Morgan's sister gets to join us.
Yeah.
We're gonna need her character in Candlekeep.
Yeah. Beach episode. Everyone gets to join in. But yeah.
The Gremlins have to convince Spark to be like, no, we don't have to go back. We actually don't have to go back.
Yeah. Well, you can only go back if someone will bring you.
I was about to say, we know an otter.
You do know an otter who is very eager to not be here and only did it because he owed Savikas.
No. Well, he might owe the otter some more. Sorry, the otter might owe Sabikas some more. Or maybe Sabikas is willing to strike a bargain to have him be an in and out fairy.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, you're only spending 5 minutes actually in El Taro each day. I don't like those 5 minutes. Well, you can be quick about it.
Yeah. But yeah, as you all kind of discuss your plans, and it seems to be heading towards the fact that you're gonna have to make your way down to the floor of Avernus. And as the conversation kind of wraps up with everyone being like, I guess we'll see if the Grand Duke is able to receive sending tomorrow. What we do from there. Eris, what are you up to? Are you, as you wanted to talk to your dad?
Yeah. Oh god. But now
Getting
it's
there.
just complicated with all of the drugs and stuff.
Listen, this is your chance to clear things up and be like,
I
hey,
promise
it's
I
not
don't
what
do
it sounds
drugs,
like.
Dad.
So they've kind of wrapped up their conversation about their
I'd
plans
say
and
enough
going
to
through
be
it.
like, let's figure it out in the morning. Like, we're all tired and we're
Yeah.
not going to get anywhere right now.
Yeah, for starters, Eris is actually gonna pull the Gremlins aside really quick.
Yeah,
They're gonna have a
Spark
little
by the
talk.
ear.
Specifically, Spark. Yeah, Spark by the ear.
I know, I've made a mistake.
Listen, okay, I didn't think that this had to be said, but there are some things that we can't talk about in front of my dad. Okay?
Like drugs.
Yes, like drugs. I would think it would be
Sorry.
obvious.
I didn't know how to talk around it.
I don't know, find a way. Okay, in addition, we're gonna make a little list here. She has a
Give her how
list.
to
It's
avoid.
on her little notepad list. Okay? Read it, study it, memorize it by heart. Anything of
okay.
these comes up.
Hey, we have a
You don't wanna
copy
know.
to
Where's-
hold on to.
Sure, make yourselves a copy. You've got paper. I don't know. Yes, Pip.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We're kind of short.
Yeah,
She shoves it in Spark's face and then shoves it in their faces. It has things like the fact that she killed the Duke in Baldur's Gate, and that Fira killed the Duke's son, and that they were blackmailed. You know, all the basics. The basics that should be obvious. And drugs is on there too. And Luca in general.
I like that Luca, parentheses, in general, is just on there.
Eris, you
Yes.
commented on Luca as a whole, so we really had no way to comment, and he would have heard. What were you going to ask Pip to send to Luca?
I'm
Like,
just gonna
please
talk
tell us
about Luca.
verbatim.
You know, okay, we would have figured that out in the moment.
Since you would have had to mention.
I just don't want my dad to know that. Well, I mean, it's fine. He knows that my criminal contact is a drug dealer. I just don't want him to get the idea that he's my drug dealer, because he's not. I don't do drugs.
But
Well,
he was gonna give you
yes.
drugs, so he kind of is.
He was. It was a miscommunication, Pip.
Okay.
And you can. And if it comes up, you can tell him it was a possibility to help with Dendar.
I know that was the whole point.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
Just memorize
it's
the
fine.
list. Memorize the list.
Okay.
Got it.
Trying to make a good impression.
I'm pretty sure you have.
Any good impression can be easily sullied. Also surprised none of y'all brought up Eris smoking cigarette.
Everyone's like,
That is
But she was
true.
like, oh, I don't have a drug dealer. I don't do drugs.
Oh shoot, I didn't know.
Currently smoking.
Currently
smoking
Yeah.
cigarette.
Not to mention the fact that we saw her incredibly hungover earlier this day.
Neferi isn't
Nothing
saying
to
anything, but she's very much glancing between the
Sparks,
cigarette and
yeah.
Eris's face and just raising an eyebrow.
Eris can see Spark's eyes shift to the cigarette too.
If Spark wants to say something, he can say it.
He's not gonna say it.
Okay.
He's
Alright.
just gonna be look at the list and again he's like, again the Luca thing was gonna come up.
I will say it.
What's Pip gonna say?
Notices. You know, he's not very into fandom.
Pip having a
What
filter,
is the
never
other
heard of
one?
it.
What is the other one?
Insight,
Wise.
perceptive.
Perceptive. Thank you so
Ah.
much.
Mhm.
He's not very perceptive. Surprise.
So I wonder how
realizes-
many of
This is what it
Spark-
takes. Talking about drugs is what it takes. It's been a long day. We've got other things to worry about. And it's just like, wait, Eris, when did you start smoking?
Isn't that technically a drug?
that you and your dad do together?
It doesn't
Oh,
count
is it from your dad?
because it's legal,
I mean,
and my
they're
dad's
both-
okay with it.
Yeah. When
Are we
At
talking
some-
about the legality laws and the material plane or Avernus?
A material
Does it
plane.
count for Elturel if we're in Elturel right now, but if it's in Avernus,
Okay, my dad's a high-ranking general. I'm sure that it's legal in Helterel because he's got a ton. I don't know.
surely cops who have an immediate access to some of the
Well,
hardest drugs don't do
not
drugs.
Pip,
General.
not Pip immediately going to like, what are the
Oh, God.
laws
What
of
a nerd.
what a fucking nerd.
Hey, General, Eris's dad,
No. Pip, stop. Right there.
What?
No. Whatever you were going to ask, I'm sure it was going to
I
go
was
badly.
just gonna ask what.
No, no, no,
Smoking age
no,
is in Elturel.
no.
Sparks just smiling, seeing the old Pip back.
Oh, the old Pip and
Doesn't
Eris.
appear.
Aw.
The old Pippin Eris.
You see that Anatolia is kind of like looked over, is like, yeah.
What? how old do you have to be to smoke in El Toro? It doesn't really matter because we're all legal, but I guess I don't really know if we're legal yet until I know how old you have to be.
I mean, I think it's
Does
like
it change for species? Sorry.
yeah. He's like
I'm not asking for myself because I'm like 20. I'm about to be 21 in 2 months.
It's like 16, but I don't know. I've been smoking since I was like 10. So
has the law changed since you were a kid? How long ago was that?
Well, I'm 49, so it's been a while.
So
No,
like
I
30
think
years.
it's no one really cares, especially as fire genasi. It's kind of in our
See,
blood to
nobody
smoke.
cares.
So, yeah.
It's okay.
Well, I guess since you asked, Pip, yeah, I've been smoking since I was 15.
Since
Wait, how have none of us noticed?
I did
we
it.
were home.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just did a good job of hiding it.
Navira is insight
so.
checking that one.
Yeah, you can insight check.
Actually, Sparks flabbergasted, so he's gonna. So then, if Eris spends some
Oh, thank God, I
nights
haven't.
at
I
Eris's
have
home as
advantage.
well,
Oh, that's so much better.
why? Hey,
So my first, I have advantage. Thank God, because my first roll was a 4, but this time it's a 19 and I have a +1, so that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
23 for Spark.
Yeah, Eris isn't lying.
Eris isn't lying. And I have the text proof that we have created a whole story of when Eris first found cigarettes, first time she smoked them, hiding them from her mom, hiding them from you all. So,
Wow.
yep, absolutely, Eris is telling the truth. And you are like, holy shit, Eris has kept this from us for
Hold the long
6
con.
for like 7 years. at
Listen,
the
that's a
least.
long con.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she wasn't
So-
chain smoking them, okay? Like, she wasn't, like,
No.
hiding them in her backpack, but she has
Wasn't
had
smoking
cigarettes.
it enough for the scent to stick on her.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you hide it?
I mean, our reactions right now are probably why.
Yeah, I didn't want, I don't know, Pip, you know how I said earlier that, like, different people are meant for different things?
Yeah.
Like, I'm built to handle it, and y'all aren't. I didn't want y'all to judge me for, I guess trying to connect to that. And I didn't want any of y'all to pick it up either, because you thought I was doing it and it was cool. Because it's not safe for you.
Sorry, Table did get Eris. Bold of her to think the Gremlins would think she's doing anything she did was cool.
Oh, Pip would have.
Pip
Yeah, I was about to
She
say.
knows that Pip would've.
Yeah, Pip thinking
Fair.
how cool Eris is.
Fair.
Yeah, can I insight that? See, if that was targeted a little bit.
It was.
It was
Yeah,
absolutely
it
targeted.
was
You don't-
Yeah, I
I
was
would say
about to
Pip
say-
doesn't even need the insight. Pip knows very well who Eris is probably most concerned about.
Eris is making eye contact with currently when saying that sentence. I mean, Tades, am I wrong?
I mean, I guess you have a point.
Yeah, of
I
course
always
I have
thought
a
you were
point.
really cool, but I mean, if you had told me, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
Pip, I wasn't gonna risk that. Plus, you know what our parents would have said. We would have gotten caught, and I wouldn't have been able to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not very good at hiding things.
No.
No, you're not.
I fear I did get caught at my house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous.
Me
Your house has the most, like, siblings and people in it that'd be... You'd think it'd be easier to hide in the chaos, but...
Yeah, that wasn't my fault. It was a holiday and all of my siblings were in town. So it's hard to hide somebody in a house with
Yeah, but you'd think I'd blend in with the
7
chaos.
people. Yeah. And yeah. And if you're small, but our house is built for small people too, so it's just hard to hide.
Sure, it's not like
Yeah.
when she was hiding in my house.
Mhm.
There
She
is
doesn't
enough
remember my bed as
room
well.
to hide in my parents' blind spots. Only for me to remember my mom doesn't have any.
Hmm. But yeah,
What is Pip thinking?
thinking,
Dang, that's cool.
yeah, he's thinking. He is a little bit thinking that that's pretty cool. That like that the way that like her body is able to like handle it differently is very interesting and very cool.
There's really did just say I'm built different.
Oh my god!
I'm not like other girls.
I was gonna say that. But yeah, definitely thinking like, oh, that's very cool. But knowing that 15-year-old Pip would have been like, oh, that's cool for a totally different reason. And knowing that he wouldn't have been able to handle it himself. And at the same time, kind of being like, wishing that she would have trusted him a little, but knowing that she had every right not to. But at the same time. So it's just a little complicated.
The best friends
But
having
he's
a
not
little complicated relationship.
Judging her at
over
all.
here.
Sorry, I'm just trying to protect my good reputation, you know? Have to have something to hide behind.
That's why Luca's on the list is just an entirety.
Yes.
I'm thinking about it. I think at the bottom of the list is the dream that they had about everything, where Eris kind of said everything. Just things we don't bring up.
Shared dreamscape.
Yeah.
The one where Eris showed that Nefira's the only one in the party allowed to talk to Faye.
Yeah.
The MMO dream.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
But
Cool. Eris is like, okay, good talk, great, wonderful, bye.
Enjoy your talk.
hey, Eris,
Yes.
can I have one?
No.
Just joking.
Did you not just miss what I just said?
I'm joking, Eris.
Okay.
And as the three gremlins kind of move to where they were gonna camp out, Spark does kind of say to you, at least quiet enough just for you here, good to have you back.
Aw.
I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but you... Well,
You were
I've been
letting
here.
stuff bring
Okay.
you down more than we're used to seeing.
Man, I'm surprised Pip and Spark did not chew Eris out more.
They're all like,
Pip
she
thinks
built
Eris is
different.
cool. Pip has never judged Eris once in his life.
That's why I said Nefira and Spark.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
Pip and Spark.
No.
Nefira doesn't really care about that so much. It was just like, you didn't tell me?
Spark kind of
It's betrayal.
Spark basically
Yeah.
can't dispute the whole Fire Genasi can handle it thing. Spark basically
Evolution
told
is on
me
your side.
Spark basically
Yeah.
did, boy, I don't know enough to dispute that.
Yeah. Eris
That's
could be
true.
straight up lying to you all. It could be really bad. for
She
Fire
could be.
Genasi.
All the insight checked if
How long?
Yeah.
Pip is like, you know what?
But we're
You're like,
That makes
hey, you know
sense.
what? It makes sense. It biologically works. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
sorry, Tates. That was kind of a deflated reaction from
Oh
us.
no, it's great. I kind of expected that from Nefira. And it checks out. Eris is very reliable and trustworthy.
Yeah. So reliable and trustworthy.
What are those big glowing air quotes?
Are you gonna head over to chat with your father?
Yes. Yeah,
Alright.
she's gonna go talk to her dad.
Yeah.
She goes over and she just says, like, looks like she's about to say something because she doesn't know how she wants to address him. She doesn't know if she wants to say that, call him dad, or his name, or general. She just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. He kind of just looks as you just go, and he kind of just waits to see whatever you're gonna
Great.
say next.
Cool.
He's still smoking. Do you want to step out and talk, or?
Yeah, there was something I wanted to ask you about.
Sure. I guess we'll make another lap around the crypt. The old crypt.
No, we don't need to do that. Well, I guess the first question, but she's like, we should step out of the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you step out and move a little bit down the hallway.
Yeah, and she's gonna ask, are you gonna check out this new lead with us?
You see, he kind of hesitates in how to respond to this, knowing it is a sensitive topic. This music is not it. Hold on.
Do I need to change my music too? What's the vibe?
The vibe is not as... Did I change it to the same one? Oh, that's crazy. A little more somber. He goes, no, I'm hoping that with the Grand Duke making a recovery and what your young friend said, reaching out to his mentor, we can start to get some of the citizens to safety and keep sending out search parties for more survivors.
So you're just gonna let us go alone?
I mean, you have your friends. They have your back. You need to be there for them. And I need to be here for El Terrell.
Yeah, Eris looks really hurt.
And you can tell that he is being honest with his answer, and he understands that it was not an answer that you wanted to hear. It very much the only choices we have to make are bad ones kind of situation.
Yeah, I just realized I should have switched the order I was going to do things in, because I did have something else planned, but I don't know if she's going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to do something different. She says, okay. And I think there's just a lot more that she's leaving unsaid than actually said, because she just can't bring herself to say it. Like, he said that he wanted to make sure that he could save El Terrell and make sure she didn't die in the process, and he can't do that if he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Eris just turns and she's gonna go down the hallway, away from the crypt, back closer to where that sword was.
Okay.
And she's gonna spend some time before she goes to sleep practicing her sword fighting with her rapier, because she needs to be able to protect herself. And yeah, we missed a cute little Anatolia and Eris sparring thing with him teaching her.
As
sad.
you
He's gonna ask him.
Yeah, as you practice for a bit, you notice that because in the very first moments, I imagine you're very in your head, and you're kind of like, I'm just gonna go do drills, and it takes you until probably a few passes through the drills that you realize that Anatoly has not returned back into the room. He's kind of standing, leaning against the wall, smoking, and just kind of watching you run through the drills, but not saying anything.
I think after a bit of noticing that, she's gonna stop and like turn to him and say, "What are you still doing here?"
I mean, this is where I want to be right now. Is that such a problem?
I guess not, technically.
I don't want some of the final hours that we may get to spend together before you leave to be in some awkward silence.
Then what do you want? Because I don't feel much like talking. I need to get ready for whatever comes next.
And you see he kind of rolls his shoulders. He didn't get hit at all. He was not in that fight at all. He's fine. And you see he kind of goes and tucks away his cigarette holder and puts out the cigarette. I was like, I mean, if you're trying to get ready, it's better to practice with an actual target, is it not? And you see he pulls out both of his long swords. He's like, I'm not much good with rapier, so I can't give you many pointers there, but I'm pretty good at being a target. And he gets ready to basically let you try to stab him with a rapier if you so choose.
Okay. Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
yes, please, let me stab my dad.
Yeah, Eris nods her head, and yeah, she agrees to spar with him.
Okay, yeah. So you two spar for probably 30 to 35 minutes before it starts to be like, oh yeah, we also had a lot of combat today, and you finally realize, like, my sword is so heavy, my shield. I want to go to bed. I don't know what time it is, but I want to go to bed. And you see Anatole kind of resheaths his swords, and he's like, I don't know how to do this. This is, and you see he's like he's breathing a little heavy, but he's like, I don't know. And he takes out the cigarette holder with the cigarettes, and he's like, this was a gift from my dad when I turned 16, and I know I didn't, but I can now, and he holds it out to you, if you would choose to take it.
Yeah, she's gonna take it.
I will send an image of what it looks like.
Oh,
it's pretty. I guess I'll put it in general as well, because I'm sure y'all will see it.
really?
True.
Wow.
As you see, it is a pretty decent size. It's smaller than the one that you had seen in your house growing up. It's travel size.
Convenient.
Convenient travel size. But it is beautifully decorated. And you do recall that a little bit of what Anatole had said is that his family were blacksmiths, so you imagine it was crafted pretty, probably by your grandfather. So a little family heirloom.
Make that emotional damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eris says, wow, this is really fancy. Thank you.
I mean, it was always yours, I guess.
I guess I do have a question. I feel like I'm about to quote something that Spark said. She doesn't want to leave anything unsaid. She doesn't want to leave anything unanswered. Yeah. She says, I don't want to leave anything unanswered. Do you know why my mom reached out to you 5 years ago?
No, I'm not sure. I just got a letter. Sorry, that's all I know.
Did you ask about me?
When Tabitha told me, I asked a bit about how you were in school and your friends. She said that you were nothing like me, a total rule follower. But I guess you probably got that from her. So.
Yeah. She didn't say anything about you, so. I also don't do drugs.
You say
like,
with a cigarette in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I could gather that from the short time we spent together is pretty obvious. Yeah, you didn't have to. Yeah.
Okay, good. I think that's everything that Eris has to say.
Yeah,
so.
and as there's kind of like this soft moment, you see that like Anatoly leans in and kind of elbows Eris. Is like, so who's Luca?
No one, just
Yes.
my criminal contact. You know, every good investigator has a criminal contact. I learned this from all the books I read as a kid. She's referring to her murder mystery books.
Not the novellas.
Yeah.
No.
And it kind of happened by accident. I did something on a case that I guess helped him out, so he's been helpful in return. He's just a friend. That's what Fisk said.
Who's Fisk?
Oh,
My surrogate dad. You two need to meet.
he's a spy. He's really cool. We went to meet Luca. And then Fisk said you only meet friends in alleyways. So, I was like, oh, I guess Luca and I are friends. I guess.
This whole party has such low whiz moments.
You see, Anatoly like thinks over the fact that his daughter just said, "I don't do drugs, but I do have a criminal contact that I met in an alleyway, and I also I'm friends with a spy."
How else was she supposed to find out about El Terrell? She did all the hard work. This is what having a criminal contact, knowing spies, it pays off. He would have solved all these problems sooner if he had the same. I'm just saying.
You see, Anatoly's like, "Hey, I can't judge. Yeah, I was a bit of a wild, bit crazy in my youth, so probably got in trouble with the law. Nearly one too many times. They almost didn't want to make me a Hell Rider, so."
Wow, that's kind of crazy because now you're the general.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know, it's necessity, what's demanded.
Eris is feeling a little sassy, but she's not gonna say anything.
Oh, wow.
Like, necessity? Like, you couldn't have solved this any other way, but I guess you have a point. Maybe she makes a sassy face, but
Okay.
keeps it to herself.
Yeah.
Her thoughts to herself.
Anything else that Eris wants to bring up?
No, I think that's everything that she wanted to bring up.
All right. And so I'll say you all return and get that long rest. Spark, as you're about to fall asleep, you see that Feria comes back and knocks on the door. Is like, I found a single pot, no lid, a ladle, and a wooden spoon. Is that good enough?
Yes, thank you. This will be a massive help. We're potentially going onto the road soon to look for a way to resolve this. And a friend of mine gave me a cookbook, and I might need to start using it soon.
Well, I hope it serves you well, and you think of us when you're making your recipes.
Oh god, I'm gonna need to find ingredients.
Oh, yeah, that
I'll
might
let
be
you guide me.
Well, sorry to keep you up. Sleep well. And
Thank
the
you.
rest of you were like about to doze off. You're like,
You just-
go away.
You just hear the clank of metal as Mark puts the stuff on the center table. It's like, I'm gonna deal with that in the morning.
Does nobody have like pots and pans in their backpacks? Like
I mean,
with their
Spark
shirt?
I mean,
technically
Eris
had
has
it.
a mess kit. But
Yeah, that
Spark
has pots and
technically had
pans
a
and stuff.
pot.
it's not a
There's
fancy
a difference
pot.
between the mess kit and cooking. He was very specifically
Mm-hmm.
looking for, was it chef's utensils or cooking utensils?
Since,
for a feast. So.
Since I guess, at least it sounds like I'm the only one that officially took one of the detriments and got a low-powered feed in exchange for it.
I think Eris technically has always had the Fear of Heights one, so that will work in somewhere whenever Eris or Tate decides what feat to take.
Oh, I know
I
what feet I'm
didn't
gonna
realize
say.
that we
looking at
were.
I'm so excited. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for the feet.
I
didn't
And
realize
yes,
we were
eventually
officially
after
doing-
this long rest, we will see the detriment Spark took.
But yeah, with that, I think we will end the session tonight. Even if we have to do a little bit of time, Emily can kind of just watch and see everything that's going on. And so we'll end there with you all taking a long rest. And we can say if you want to do watches, that's pretty easy. It goes by uninterrupted, and you wake up with a long rest. Take back those hit points, everyone.
did.
who
I
needs them.
did.
Um,
I'm at a
and
full
yeah,
39.
there, look at that.